Hey there, in today's episode we are going to go over a local Columbus business owner's website. You can check her out at laurenpage.com. I will link it somewhere around in the description, and we will go over her site and look at really what she's doing well, what changes she could make as a designer, what I feel would be best for the strategy as well as the overall aesthetic of the site. This is perfect for you if you are currently building your site or if you have a site and want to see what's out there and why certain sites look the way they do, where things are positioned, and then compare her site to yours and what my comments are. Or if you're having someone else redo your site, you will definitely want, or just creating your new site, you'll definitely want to look into this to make sure that they are designing it to the level that you need it to be. Before we dive in, I want to introduce myself, obviously. My name is Yasmin Robles. I am the owner of Robles Designs, where we create drill-worthy websites and graphics for entrepreneurs who are hell-bent on taking over the world. We work with business owners in the startup phase and all the way up to like about year 5. So essentially blank slate or website redesign after you have gotten all the business jitters out of the way. Yeah, we love to help people out, so let me know if you have any questions about website redesign, a new website. We also have some courses available and we do have some freebies. So if you go to roblesdesigns.com/checklist, you will be able to download a really cool checklist. Basically, you download the PDF and compare it to your site, make sure you have everything that you need on your site. Or if you're creating a brand new one, you will be able to create a plan out of that checklist, really to make sure that you have a really good foundation for the site. So that is roblesdesigns.com/checklist. And without further ado, let's get into the site review. Okay, so we are looking at Lauren Page's coaching website. You guys can take a look at it. It is laurenpage.com, LOREN page, PAIGE.com. And this is, as of this recording, I don't know what it's going to look like afterwards, but she did sign up for a free website review, as long as I can put it up on YouTube and the interwebs. So this is the site that we're going to be going over. I haven't actually taken a look at this site really. So right off the bat, I'm just going to kind of wing it. I'm going to just tell you what I'm thinking about the site, what I like, what I don't like, and what I would do to change it. And then you can apply that to your own site as well. All right, so I'm not entirely sure which platform she's using yet, but it does, what I would say is I already know where I'm going. So your logo never needs to be this large. And if it's not easy to read, which I'm assuming this would be a bit hard to read once it gets small, you do need to ask your designer, or if you're creating this yourself, create your own alternative version of the logo that is easier to read when it is small. So for example, right now we have LPC. This is actually pretty nice. Maybe the LP could have been like this, the L and the P, that's script, and then coaching next to it, LP coaching. So the logo would have been great here, and I'm assuming this is part of the site that it is bringing it up, but this image it is just overpowering, and it's almost like instead of just saying welcome, thank you for coming, this is what I do, you're telling people where they're at when they already know that. So for example, let's say you walk into Target and the people there just start shouting Target at you. Like you already know you're at Target, and you already know you went in there for one thing and you're gonna come out with 200 things. So you don't need to shout out your name as this in this size again. You do need to have it in there. I would say maybe half this size would be great. If it gets harder to read, make sure you request an alternative version. So whenever I create logos, I try to make sure you have all versions that I can possibly think of so that you can avoid this from happening, and that way it is always well branded. So I like the dark color. I feel like it's really a big change from a lot of the other coaches who have really light and airy feeling websites. So I like that. I like the simplicity of your navigation. It is home, coaching, freebie. I really wish there was something like apply or maybe contact up here. But other than that, it looks nice. It's not cluttered. I really wish, again, this is just a bit distracting. I wish it was up here. So now when we get here, this is like what people should be focusing on. Not necessarily this part, but this section. This is the hero section. It is the topmost section of a site. And you want this section to have beautiful copy. Even if you don't work on any of the rest of the copy, you want it to have the best copy on there, a call to action, and some kind of eye candy, which I think she has. She, like, this image is, she is looking good in this image. And I'm a coach for introverts. This is perfect. It's like, this is who you are and who you help. And I help socially awkward the socially awkward transform into the confident person they've always wanted to be, so they can create the extraordinary life they've always wanted to have. This is great. This is like, it basically encompasses what you do, who you do it for, and how you do it. It's everything that I love on a site. Then you have a book a free discovery call. I love this. It is literally, it's not saying buy this now, like pay me thousands of dollars to help you out now, but it is skipping all the fluff of download this freebie, and it's going to, let's get on a call, let's help you out. I love it. And then, trust me, darling, you're not boring. I love this. I love how boring is emphasized with the script. I like the serif font. Trust me, I like it on black. I don't know, it makes it feel really classy. Instagram is where the inspiration happens. Okay, I like the Instagram, and that's it. Okay, so it started out really great. Who are you? Like, okay, so this is what you do, who you do it for, book a call. Who are you? Can you give me, I know that they don't have an about page. So give me a little bit, think of your homepage as a little snapshot of everything, right? That's on your site. So a little bit like, great call, this is perfect. Then a little bit about you. Since you're a coach, you'll want to talk about who you are, not necessarily who the business is, but who you are. A little bit about your background. Again, it can be like 3 sentences and like another photo of you. And then it could have been actually, trust me, darling, you're not boring. It could have been under here maybe. And I would have wanted, you have this freebie, which we'll look at, but if you have that freebie, put it in here, because basically I just saw that I could hop on a discovery call. Obviously I could see the freebie here. Saw the discovery call, decided, no, I'm not ready to like literally talk on the phone because I am socially awkward. But if there is an alternative thing for me to do, a secondary call to action, I can actually do that. So I can say, you know what, I like her, but I'm socially awkward. I don't want to talk to her right now. I'm going to hop on her email list and get this freebie, get this checklist, get whatever it is. And I'm going to chat with her. So I would definitely add an about section, a section that talks about your freebie. If you have any testimonials, I would add them in there. If you have different offerings, I would add them in here as well, or like how it works, maybe a little snapshot of your process. Like in phase 1, we will do this. In phase 2, we will do that. So think about actually tackling it that way. Okay, and now we're going to go into coaching. So, I like this here, grow your inner confidence. All right, still with a dark background. Now it has a little bit of texture to it. I hope you guys can see it on your screen. Calling every socially awkward woman who's thought to themselves, why can't I just be more extroverted? They always look at me. Have more fun. Quiet confidence coaching, a 6-month program. Okay, let me guess that there's a nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach. So, all right, so this is, do any of these resonate with you? Okay, trust me, no matter what, socially awkward, another call to action, quiet confidence coaching, I like this. Okay, so you do have testimonials and unlearn phase, relearn phase, express phase, I'm in. Okay, so this is great. I would, tweak the design a little bit. Some of the spacing is a little off. Some of the areas feel a little squished together. So for example, do any of these resonate with you? I would actually have put it over here because it feels a little awkward having it up there. Sorry guys, if my computer is breathing heavily. This, I feel like it needs more padding up here and below here. I like this little thing that follows my mouse, but to be honest, it's not anywhere else. And so it feels really awkward having it randomly over here. Imagery is duplicated. I would fix that. Finalies, I like that. It's not bad. I like it. I like the multiple call to actions. I like how it's laid out. This is a little awkward for me. I might arrange this area a little differently, but it is doing what it needs to do. Let's chat. Okay. 2 payments of, okay, good. I've got some questions. Beautiful. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Okay, I really like this page. I like the text. I like how, I wish, this is a bit more designerly, but this is like conflicting with this. I would say choose what is the thing that I need to look at first, because there's this going on, there's this, it's almost the same size as this. I don't know if this maybe goes down below and Quiet Confidence Coaching is up at the top. I feel like you were ready to talk about what your offering is, but you were not ready to, because you put this up above it. But now this is conflicting with this section. And then this is smaller than this. I'm not sure what is the hierarchy. So decide on what the hierarchy for that is. Even this is larger, sort of, than this area here. It's like more bold and in your face than the actual name of the program. So just think about it that way. Make sure it's not, so here, for example, the spacing below is not the same spacing as up above. Let's go to freebie. Okay, again, with the name, I would, if this is a landing page, I don't know if this is supposed to be a hidden page, but I would not put this here. I would actually put it somewhere else. If it is a page where you're not supposed to see the header, then maybe that would work. If it's like a landing page where you're not that's hidden. But yeah, again, this is the first thing I see, but I literally clicked on something, so I was either on your Instagram, so I know who you are. You don't need to tell me again. This can be smaller up at the corner. This, not sure how to be yourself. This is actually supposed to be more of like in your face as this one is. Great, I love the photo. Snag my method, get started authentically. Okay, so I love this, but it's like you're trying to prove that this freebie is an actual good freebie. So there's all this text and you're making me scroll all the way down until I get to add my email address. Why don't you just, like, this image might be a little, like, you could make it a little smaller, break this up, maybe put this up there. This can stay, maybe rearranging it, and then basically what I want is this to be all the way up there, because what you don't want them to do is to click on this link and then get to this page, go, oh, okay, cool, yeah, all right, cool, and then they leave because they didn't see that call to action. They don't know what they're doing. They have to scroll all the way down. Think of this page, or any page really, as what will my laziest person do when they get here, and how can I help them not be that way and take some action. So that is it. The only other thing I would say for your site is you really need a footer that will work for you. So there's a couple of different places that, let's see, let's look at this site. So this is one of my favorite co-working spaces. You can look at them, but they have their logo, locations, and links. I feel like they might be a little small, but they have links to all of their important pages. So even though yours might not necessarily have as many pages, you can still utilize it. So for example, your logo, a little blurb about you, maybe your mission statement, and then that freebie again. Maybe if you really wanted to use a 4-column grid, you could do links to the about page, the contact page, and the coaching page as a quick what most important pages are. And then if you are tracking people, you will need a privacy policy, and depending on, again, I'm not a lawyer, but You will need some kind of privacy policy, possibly a policy for accessibility, like an accessibility statement, maybe terms of use. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I would look into that. I would also, let's see what happens when I click on that. I would also not make those clickable, those Instagram links, squares, because they have I literally just left your site. So if you do want them to open up Instagram, make sure it opens up in a completely different tab, because if I do this, I'm like, oh, I like her outfit, I'm gonna go here, and this is great, and then I'm just gonna go down the rabbit hole of clicking into my stuff and not necessarily going back to your site, right? So, and you want me to stay on your site so that I can buy from you, learn more about you, and come to trust you. Basically, social media brings people to your site, not the other way around. That is it. I love the images. I love it. I like the logo. I just think using it in a different way on this platform is ideal. I have your business card, so on the business card it looks great, but I would definitely say think of the logo as what versions of the logo go where. And then on your coaching page, I would definitely think about what in this section, this hero section, is the most important for the user to read. What's the very first thing you want them to see, because it's conflicting with a lot of things going on. Freebie, I would say go and rearrange it so that this doesn't need to be here necessarily, and I want the form to be up and giving me a call to action, giving me something to do as soon as I get to this freebie page. All the other explanations about the freebie can go below that. Let me know what you think, and if anyone else wants to get a free website review, make sure to click the link wherever you're watching this, and I hope to chat with you soon. That is it for this review. Make sure that if you want a review, I will also link in the description or wherever you're watching this video. I will link the form that you can fill out if you want me to review your website. Just a note that I will be posting the review on YouTube or whatever social media platform I am posting it at, but you do get a free website review, really quick glance over a review by a designer and site strategist, so make sure to check that out. Again, you can download the PDF at roblesdesigns.com/checklist and review your site. Make sure that you have all the things that create a really great foundation for a website. You can also catch me on Instagram at Robles Design Studio, where I am attempting to make a fool of myself on Reels. We are also on TikTok, where I am also trying to make a complete fool of myself. So go over there for some laughs and hit me up if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next video.